Hi, welcome to This Week in Baltimore Eating. Join us here every Thursday at 12:30 to talk about everything food related in Baltimore. We are brought to you by Eddie's of Roland Park, celebrating 75 years as Baltimore's gourmet grocer. Eddie's is delivering a free office lunch for 12 every week this year as part of their year-long 75th anniversary celebration. For your chance to win, visit eddiesofrolandpark.com/anniversary. I'm Amanda, and I have a very special guest with me today. This is Edward Bosco, and you are the owner of Verde in Canton.
That's correct. Somebody once called me the owner's husband, but I objected to that.
So you got two owners?
I got two owners, yeah.
One happens to be your wife.
That's correct.
Okay, well, welcome, Edward. Thank you for coming in today.
You're welcome.
We have a lot of things to discuss today, but let's discuss the primary reason you're here. Moveable Feast Dining Out for Life. It takes place September 19th. Moveable Feast is hoping to have 70 dining establishments participate, and the goal is to raise more than $100,000. Can you tell us just a little bit more about this annual event?
Sure. It takes place, like you said, on September 19th. We've been doing this for 6 years, and guests come in and they dine with us. 25% of our proceeds goes to Moveable Feast.
Nice.
You can, have many different options in terms of they have ambassadors that come out. They engage the guests. My staff is very engaging. We engage everybody in terms of having an experience that's just a little bit more than eating food. So, it's a worthwhile organization. There are many organizations in Baltimore, that need to be supported.
Yes,
Moveable
absolutely.
Feast is one of them. We do a lot of work with other organizations. I would say that we've been involved for many, many years with the Creative Alliance.
Love them.
Strong City.
Absolutely. Strong City was recently on our other show. So
Living Classrooms, we do this September
they're
event.
Great.
And et cetera, et cetera. I mean, there's so many.
There's a lot. And they all want help and support. And
absolutely,
it's just always a great idea to do some community team building. And this is a great event because, one, it's easy. All you have to do is go out to eat. First of all, as a patron, just go out to eat on that date. And then depending on the restaurant, different restaurants give different percentages.
That's correct.
And you said you've been doing this now for 6 years.
That's correct.
And you do the 25%.
We do.
What are you getting out of this? Why do it? Why keep doing it?
Well, we do it for a lot of reasons. One of my mottos that I use to run the business is if you're going to be in a community, and we moved here from Chicago,
welcome
to be in this community, then you really have to be in the community. You have to support it. I think going out to dine in Baltimore City, I think that the types of restaurants that are opening up, and certainly some that are closing, but the dynamic is changing. The quality, the experience is changing. And we do it because it's symbiotic. We're helping the community, which I think is very, very important. And of course, then we're getting our name out there. It's helping Verde continue to grow our business, which we have continued to grow for 7 years now.
That's excellent.
So it's very symbiotic. It's what we want to do.
And some of the other participating restaurants so far include Annabelle Lee Tavern, Blue Pit Barbecue, which is just up the street and a favorite of ours here, Gertrude's, and last year to promote the event, Gertrude's is Doug Wetzel was on. So you're filling great shoes right now.
Wow.
And then also Swallow at the Hollow. I don't know if that's new for them, but that's cool because you can also just go get a drink and a burger. It doesn't have to be like a big fancy meal or anything. And patrons also get to donate more if they want. There's envelopes on the table, right?
There's ambassadors that walk around, as I mentioned. They greet people. There are envelopes on the table. You can be more gracious if you like to. But aside from restaurants, I think when I was chatting with the Moveable Feast group, they're looking for any entity to come out and support what they're doing, whether it's a brewery or it's an ice cream shop.
Also good.
If you could take that, and expand it, whether you're doing seafood or if you're doing pizza like we do. I think any entity that can bring in people and support the community is an entity that would be welcomed by Moveable Feast.
Absolutely. So they are looking for more signups. And if you're a restaurant or a bar or an ice cream shop and you want to sign up, go to diningoutforlife.com/Baltimore. Samantha Vladimish says, thanks so much, Ed, and the wonderful folks at Verde. We appreciate your support of Moveable Feast. Thank you, Samantha.
I've worked with a few years now, and she's an asset for sure. And she's helpful. There's lots of folks that come into our restaurant. They have different visions. But I think the one thing that we like to promote at Verde is really the community aspect of social eating. I think in our society, everybody's trying to get to the next meal or to the next event. And aside from the fast food, we are extremely slow food movement. So if you want to come in, hang out. We had to learn about Baltimore. When we first opened the restaurant, we were like, we wanted to fill seats, we wanted to do turns, and we realized that Baltimore's a different vibe than whether it's New York, where I was born and raised, or Chicago.
Totally different vibe.
So we're kind of like into the slow food movement right now.
Okay.
And the experiential dining or just social dining, or whether you're out with your friends, and that becomes the family meal of the week for a lot of our millennials. You're welcome to stay and hang out and just enjoy the moment, which is what we're about.
So you're not going to rush me?
Well, I'm not going to rush you. I'm going to take your time, and
nobody's
going to
pick my plate up while I'm still eating, because I can't stand when that happens.
No, we don't.
I'm trying to eat here.
We might do that a little bit, but not often.
Don't do that to me.
Okay.
Angie Kelly says if you want to be a volunteer ambassador, contact her at A Kelly, Kelley, at mfeast.org. And they always need volunteers. So definitely do that. It's a great cause. It's a great organization. We're going to get into Verde in a second. Give me a minute. If you just got here, you're watching This Week in Baltimore Eating. Like, share, comment, and follow us at #Jmore Eating. We are brought to you by Eddie's of Roland Park, where seafood season has officially begun. Yay! Eddie's Grill Ready Cedar Plank Salmon Kits feature a 1-pound salmon fillet nestled atop a Cedar-licious grilling plank for that natural wood smoked grill flavor. Taste Cedar Plank grilled salmon for yourself this Saturday at Eddie's North Charles Street store. Learn more at eddiesofrolandpark.com. I am here with Edward Bosco, one of the owners of Verde in Canton. Shout out to your wife. Laura Tallis loves your slow food, and thank you for Moveable Feast. Okay, so you mentioned you've been running Verde for 7 years.
Yes.
And that is, did you get here and open Verde, or were you here prior to that?
My wife came to Baltimore and was doing a project at Laureate. She's an IT consultant, and she couldn't get the pizza that she was looking for. So
and again, you came from Chicago.
We came from Chicago.
Your pizza ain't Chicago pizza.
No, it's not.
No,
it takes 90 seconds to cook, not 45 minutes.
And I love that little crisp.
That's a business model that I still don't understand. But in Chicago, those pizzerias rock. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
But we came here to open this restaurant. We moved here in 2009, so we've been here 10 years now.
And that's fantastic.
Yeah, and it took us 3 years to find a place that we thought made sense for us, that we could afford. And then we built it out, and we kind of left a lot of the nuances that the restaurant is all about, and then we added some kind of hip chic. People don't consider me so hip, but I think I am. Don't ask my kids that question. And we blended the old and the new, and it came out really lovely. So
I like it there. Yeah.
We appreciate the aesthetic. I think at Verde, all the nuances that we try to accomplish in terms of our flavor profiles, our beverage program, the aesthetics, the music. I always fight with my staff about the music because I'm really a guy who likes 70s funk.
Sure.
And they want to, listen to the Foo Fighters and whatever they want. But so we're always going back and forth on that. But the vibe is so important, and the aesthetic and the experience in general. And I think we're starting to really feel comfortable with what we're doing after 7 years.
Yes.
And we're paying our bills, so that's a testimonial all by itself.
Kudos for still being here.
Yeah.
I mean, we have heard of several closures in the last, year or so. So hang in there, and we're super happy that you're here. And also, you guys, make sure you go support Verde. So now I will mention one thing. You are in Canton. The biggest thing everyone always brings up about Canton is, where am I going to go park when I go to Verde?
Sure.
What's your answer?
So the answer is that we do valet parking every night. From Sunday to Thursday, it costs $2, and Friday and Saturday it's $7. But the reason is we want to encourage people to come into the city. We want to encourage people to come to Verde, make it easy. I think when you drop your keys off and you go inside, the meal has begun. The experience has begun. The meal for us is just not the food. It's all the components that are associated with having a nice evening out. Monday nights is our busiest night of the week, and that's our half-price pizza night.
Oh, well, yeah.
On Tuesday
that's a no-brainer.
nights, our entire portfolio of wine is half price.
For a bottle?
for a bottle, right?
Yeah.
Can't give you half price for a glass.
No, that would be silly.
Yeah. So
That'd
we
be like
want to
a
encourage
$4 glass.
alcoholism on a slight level.
I'll buy a half price bottle. That's
Wednesday
fine.
nights, if you're a teacher or a medical worker, the first round of drinks is on the house.
Service
And
night.
children under 10 get a free margarita pizza. We've been doing that for 7 years.
Aw.
So the community comes, we're trying to proselytize that next generation of pizza eaters. You mentioned something about it's seafood season.
It is.
Pizza doesn't have a season, thank goodness. It's 24/7, 365. So we're in the game every day. But on Thursday nights, we do a date night pairing that my son put together, Evan, who's our
Hi,
main
Evan.
pizzaiolo. And that's a 3-course meal with 6 pours of wine, and it's priced competitively. So if you want to come
You
out
have
and
to be
take
on a
advantage
date?
of that,
Like, what if I just want to come do that?
well, you have to come with a friend.
A friend.
Or
You're
you
not
can
going
bring-
to check and
you
see
can bring
if
your-
we're like
no.
romantically entangled
It's-
before I enjoy this deal.
It's date night on a very superficial, platonic level.
It's 2 people night.
Yeah, 2 people.
Okay,
night. Maybe
fine.
we'll change the name. We'll call it Twins Night. There you go.
Well, okay, maybe. So do you have some, other than all this new stuff going on, do you have other, like, any upcoming specials or menu changes or anything you're featuring specifically right now?
In the restaurant business, we personally at Verde like to stick with familiarity. So we do put specials up on our blackboard, but the menu stays pretty constant. We might change some seasonality in terms of ingredients, but typically if you come into Verde, you're going to be able to get our pistachio and salsiccia pizza all year long, or a margarita, or some of those other pizzas, prosciutto di Parma, if you will. And then on occasion we'll do a porchetta, and we have a pizza that was actually made by our consultant in Italy. He went to Rome. He did it for the Pope. So it's not a white pizza. It's not a red pizza. It's called the Verdura delizia. But if you go to New York, our consultant calls it the Pizza della Papa, and it's a butternut squash cream as the base, with vegetables. So it's a vegetarian pizza.
Yes.
And it's very, very unusual, as many of our pizzas are, quite frankly. So we have a pizza on the menu that's our house-made sausage, our house-made cheese, and then we add some hot sopressata, and we call it the Bambino.
Okay.
And I can't say that it was the Bambino's favorite pizza, but I can't say that it wasn't.
Local son, by the way.
Local guy. So anyway, I think at Verde we try to add humor into everything that we do. It's important to be professional, but I think if you can't forget about life for a while, what's it all about?
Yeah.
So that's what we try
Eat
to
pizza.
accomplish.
Forget about life. Eat pizza.
Come on in and forget
And
about
you
it.
have like a whole bunch of homemade mozzarella dishes. What's
Yeah.
up with that? Who knows how to make homemade mozzarella? Whose thing is that?
That's an Italian thing.
No, I know, but I
Italian-American.
mean specifically. You're not a chef. Are you a chef?
I'm not a chef, but
Okay.
so our consultant in New York gave us these recipes,
Okay.
and we interpret them.
Okay.
And we've added our own nuances to
Yeah.
various pizzas. But the main focus is when we're talking about fresh cheese, we make our own mozzarella every day. And then we make what Richard Gorlick, if he was here and not
He
hanging
would
out
tell
somewhere
you.
else,
Yeah. He's like
is our burrata.
He's eating pizza.
And burrata, if you want to dumb it
Oh,
down, burrata
yes.
is cheese stuffed with cheese. But it's really fresh mozzarella that we stuff with shredded mozzarella, a little bit of mascarpone, and then a Crescenza cheese.
And then it just
And then we add some heavy cream. So if you have a cardiac condition,
Yeah.
I would say
Avoid.
don't come for that. Come for something
don't eat
else.
that.
Exactly.
no, that's cool. I know there was also one that was like roasted vegetables with the burrata, I think. Right? There was some sort of vegetable.
We have some appetizer dishes that we
Yes.
do with our burrata.
Yes.
But the other thing that we try to be as scratch as we can, if you will. So we're making our own desserts. We have an extensive vegan menu. Obviously, our gluten-free menu is very strong. And our vegetarian menu. I mean, we have over 50 pizzas on the menu. One thing that we don't do, I like to stare into the camera for this, is we don't do substitutions.
No substitutions, people. Stop it.
So if you can't find a pizza out of the 50 that we have, we may not be your pizza
Don't
restaurant.
order the crab pizza and say hold the crab.
That's right.
It's ridiculous.
Or the turtle and hold the turtle.
What's on the turtle?
No, that was a joke.
That was just a joke?
That's a longer joke that we won't
We
get into.
don't even get into the turtle.
Yeah, we won't get into the
but
turtle.
you do have very amazing combinations and toppings, and I kind of want to eat them all. But
we think
yes.
they're not only authentic and traditional, but for Baltimore City, they're very unusual. Whether it's a pistachio and pesto pizza, or we have a pizza on the menu that's just caramelized onions and then crescenza cheese, and we call it cipolla.
I would eat that.
Yeah, we have a
where is the
sorrentina,
pizza?
which is just lemons and a smoked buffalo mozzarella.
Awesome,
So we
I would eat
import some
that.
fresh cheeses from Italy. We import our buffalo, which is a water buffalo mozzarella, and then we also have a water buffalo mozzarella that's not smoked. We have people that come in, they're lactose intolerant. They can eat goat cheese, and they can eat sometimes our water buffalo.
Really?
Because it's lower in lactose
Wow.
than cow's milk, if you will.
Yeah.
So there are options there. On our vegan
have
pizzas,
vegan, yeah.
we don't do vegan cheese, no vegan cheese. What we do is a cashew cream. So we take cashews, add a little water, and that's it. Very simple. Add some texture, adds a flavor profile, and it's well received. Personally, I'm not a cashew cream vegan kind of guy.
I'm not a vegan
but
kind
it's
of
well
gal,
received,
period.
and we go with the trend and what people are
Yeah,
telling
of
us in
course.
terms of the feedback.
Everyone wants vegan right now.
I think it's trendy,
Yeah.
and it's healthy.
I mean, I don't know. It's been around for a minute.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
seems
yeah.
like it's not going anywhere.
I don't think so. That's why we're into that.
Yeah. You're into it. So where are your people from in Italy?
So my dad's family is from the Naples area.
Nice.
And he was born and raised in New York City, Lower East Side. My mom was born and raised in Italy, came here in 1937. And they're from northwest Italy between Milano and Genoa.
Okay.
So, and we have quite a bit of family still there. The Sartori family is there. That's my mother's maiden name. That's my daughter's first name. So
that's nice.
we have 4 kids. One's a voice actor in L.A., Edward. And then I have a daughter who's a vet tech in Chicago. My son Evan is our pizzaiolo and server
that.
and
Good. Keep it
helping
in the
us
family.
keep the place confused.
Exactly.
And then we have a dancer at Lincoln Center, a young lady who's 15 that dances
Wow.
at the School of American Ballet. So we're
Excellent.
going back and forth to New York, and I go
Yeah.
to Chicago next week. So
Okay.
so
do
we
you
keep
eat
busy.
deep dish when you go to Chicago?
I do.
You do?
I don't eat a lot of it.
But you'll have it.
Yeah, I'll have
I
it.
hate deep dish pizza. I just am not a fan at all.
Yeah, it's just so it's hard. So some people really like pho. I'm not so crazy
Yeah,
about it.
I
I'd
don't
rather
care.
have pasta.
Right.
So it depends on what you
Yeah,
grow
yeah.
up with,
Sure.
And,
I like to fold my pizza and walk around with
If
it.
you're from Chicago, you probably like deep dish, but there's a book out there, Why Chicago is the #1 pizza town in the USA. And it talks about the variety. If you go to New York, there's more pizza places.
Yes.
But there's not more pizza. In my view, also, there's not more pizza variety. But when you go to Chicago, you've got the deep dish. You have tavern pizza, which is cut into squares. You have Roman
I
style,
like the square
Neapolitan.
pizza.
There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
So
I do
there's
like
all
that.
these different types. And I think, without getting into my real feelings, I think pizza in general is good across the board. It's just like many other things.
Yeah, no, it is. It's a food group, a main food group. So do you ever go out for Italian and not eat at Verde?
We cook a lot of Italian food at home. When I was a kid, I used to eat all my grandmother's food back in New York City. But when I do go out to eat Italian food, I'll typically go to visit Carlo at La Tavola.
Oh, okay.
That's my spot.
That's good to know. That's a high recommendation there.
Yeah, it's a good spot, and he's a good guy. So we don't go out for Italian food a lot, but certainly when we go for pizza, we'll go to Verde.
I'm going. I'm coming. All right. So let's remind restaurants how to sign up for Dining Out for Life. It's diningoutforlife.com/Baltimore. You want restaurants, bars, taverns, breweries, ice creameries.
Distilleries.
All
Maybe
of that.
Guinness can step up and help us out.
Wouldn't that be? They
Oh my
should. They're
God.
here now. They should be a part of this community.
That's right.
And they have their own Baltimore.
And we've
Ale.
carried Guinness for 7 years, so if you're
So
out there,
Guinness,
step up.
Step it up.
That's right.
This year's Dining Out for Life takes place on September 19th. Watch for more details in the weeks to come. Is there anything we didn't touch on that you thought I was going to ask you and you were all prepared for and now you really want to tell us?
I'd just like to say that Verde's air conditioning is now up and running.
Was it not?
It was not. It was
Oh.
under source. When you put a 1,000-degree oven in an old building, it changes the dynamic. But it's working now, and we're continuing to improve it.
Excellent.
So other than that,
Do you have like a deck? Is there an outside area?
we have an outside terrace,
Okay.
which is covered. So if it's raining, you can hang out there. But we also have outdoor seating, of course.
Good. Al fresco dining.
Yeah,
You
fresco
gotta love
dining.
it.
Very popular in the evenings and during the daytime. We are open every night for dinner, Saturday and Sunday for brunch and lunch. And we do bottomless or endless, depending on your perspective. And we're considering opening for lunch very soon, probably sometime this summer. So
You
that's
guys
a
hear
big
that?
thing for us.
Yeah.
We do delivery with Grubhub. We do delivery with Order Up. I mean, with Uber Eats, excuse me. Order Up is gone.
That's fine.
And that's about it, you know?
So for lunch, is it going to be just weekdays, or will you do weekend lunches?
Well, we do weekend lunches now.
Oh, you do?
And we do
Okay.
brunch.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
So you can have
I did
lunch or
brunch with
brunch.
you once because you always participated for Restaurant Week, right?
Yes, we do.
So I did your brunch during Restaurant Week.
For brunch, we're a little different. You know, our focus is polenta is our main dish, but we have lots of pizzas with eggs on them.
Yes, I know. I had one.
We make our own Bloody Mary mix using the tomatoes that we import from Italy, and we're infusing our own vodka. We do mimosas with fresh squeezed orange juice, blah,
yum,
blah,
yum,
blah,
yum,
blah,
yum,
blah.
yum, yum, yum.
So I think our attention to detail is there. You can see it in the way we designed Verde. You can see it in our flavor profiles. You can see it in our presentation. You can see it in the wonderful ownership that we have at Verde, et cetera, et cetera.
And in your warm delivery here on this show.
It is warm in here. You're correct.
You have been watching This Week in Baltimore Eating. For more food fun, sign up for This Week in Baltimore Eating newsletter at jmoreliving.com/newsletters. Join our foodie Facebook group at facebook.com/group/Baltimore Eating. We have been brought to you by Eddie's of Roland Park, featuring the 1 week only jumbo shrimp salad sandwich sale starting this Sunday, June 23rd. It's seafood season at Eddie's of Roland Park, and the $6.99 sandwich sale is shrimply the best. I can't believe they made me say that. Jumbo shrimp salad on your choice of bread, Kaiser roll, or baguette. The sale starts this Sunday at Eddie's Deli Counter. Learn more at eddiesofrolandpark.com. Thank you to Edward Bosco of Verde for joining us today. Remember to dine out for life for Moveable Feast. It's in September. And have a great week.